loaves. God bless. God bless. How is everyone doing today? I started to wait and just let my son share my live from Facebook. Today I didn't do a devotional. The Lord just dropped in my spirit Tuesday to just do a word of encouragement. I don't know who needs to hear this, but God knows. So I'm just here to be obedient. I pray that whoever come across this video, that it speaks to your situation, your circumstance. And so I'm just going to be obedient. I don't know how to um, maybe I better just leave that alone. I don't know how to okay. I don't know if it's on or not. I'm just gonna go. But with that being said, the name of this word of encouragement is 2 fish and 5 loaves. That's what God dropped in my spirit. And I've never looked at it this way. It wasn't revealed this way to me until Tuesday. 2 fish and 5 loaves represent the number 7. Of course, I knew that 2 plus 5 equals 7. I knew that. But I just didn't put the two together. That is, the number 7 represents God's perfect number of completion. And so, what God is wanting you to know, okay, that the earthly 7, we all know that that's an odd number, but God makes it even. God will make up the difference. Um, even when things seems off track, even when things seems off course, or it's not measuring up, or it's not making sense, know that God is going to make up the difference. When your trials and your tribulations and you feel outnumbered, know that God is going to make up the difference in your life. Trust and have faith in him. John 1:6-7 reads, but wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not one, no, for let not that man think that he shall receive anything from the Lord. When you're wavering, when you're unstable, when you're doubtful, when you don't have faith, it's saying don't even expect anything. When you come to him, it's said to expect nothing. When you go to him in prayer, when you go to him trusting in him, have faith that he's going to do, if it's in his will, if your request is aligned with his word, just know that he's going to come through. Just know that he's listening, no matter what it feels like, no matter the opposition, no matter the trial, the tribulation, no matter the decision. Just know that God is going to show up. He will multiply. He will meet you right where you are. Don't be discouraged. Don't be dismayed. Don't be dismayed. You reap if you faint not. Galatians 6:9. If you don't give up, if you don't throw in the towel, you can only reap, you can only gain if you faint not. If you throw in the towel, if you give up, if you walk away, you're going to lose what God has for you. And what will happen? You will have to start all over again. If you don't want to start over, don't stop. Everything Jesus went through everything that Jesus went through, it was for us. He never once made it about him. He could have hindered slash stopped the process, but because he understood the assignment and he knew it wasn't about him, but it was about me and you, we must also remember that when we're going through, that it's not about us. but it's always about someone else. Stay the course, stay on track, stay focused, stay committed, be determined. Whatever your assignment is, don't let up until it's completed. Don't set it aside until tomorrow. Why? Because tomorrow is not even promised to us. Don't allow the things of this world to distract you from your assignment. Don't allow the voice of the enemy to pull you away. Be intentional. Everything you do, let it be done with purpose. Allow God to completely order your footsteps. It's going to come with adversity, being misunderstood, being misjudged. But that's how you know that you are walking in obedience. When people start coming up against you, when people start saying that's not God, even when it's not even making sense to you, you know, God will ask you to do some things that it just doesn't make any sense. But that's how you know God is being God. Just like he did Noah. He had Noah to build that ark, and that was for safety. Wasn't anything going on that anybody felt like they needed a whole ark. But see, God knows the future. And if God telling you to start building today, build it. If God told you to open it up today, open it. If God told you to shut it down today, shut it down. He knows the future. If the disciples had a focus on the amount of people that needed to eat and on what they could see, they would have missed what God could do. The Bible said, walk by faith and not by sight. So if God is telling you to peace be still and allow me to be God in your life, let me order your footsteps. Be obedient. Be obedient. If God is trusting you with an illness, trust Him. If God is trusting you to be in a lack season, trust Him. There's a reason for it. Remember, trouble don't last always. So I'm going to read that again. If the disciples had a focus on the amount of people that needed to eat, if we focus on our trials, our tribulations, what we're going through, what people are saying, how people is treating us, our persecution, if we focus on all of that stuff, we will miss what God is trying to do in our lives. We will miss, we will interrupt, we will interfere the glory that God is trying to get out of our lives. So the moment you start to feel overwhelmed, outnumbered by your trials, your tribulations, feeling defeated, misjudged, just know God is about to make your math make sense. Your situation may your situation may seem odd. It may seem off. But when God makes up the difference, all will know that God was with you all the time. Remember, obedience is better than a sacrifice. It's better to obey God at the expense of being talked about, lied on, misjudged. If we look around, things don't make sense. Things are not adding up. The math is completely off. But one thing for sure, God is in control. God has not lost his power of making up the difference. No, we shouldn't live in fear, but in preparation. Just know God is in control. Just because the numbers off, just because your situation, your circumstance seems off, just because this is happening and that is happening, whatever God allowed, there is a purpose. There is a purpose. There was a reason why there was 2 fish and 5 loaves. That's how God was able to show his power. That's how God was able to show who he was. God is not moved because something is off. God is not moved because you seem outnumbered. God is God. He said he's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. If he was the multiplier then, he's still the multiplier of today. Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? Just because you're wavering in your faith, just because people is doubting, just because people is questioning, don't you start operating out of faith. Your same faith that you have in God, you keep that, because that's what's going to move him. Because he said without faith, it's impossible to please him. So make sure you're armed with your faith. Remember, we are all given a measure of faith, and your faith may not be my level and vice versa. And oftentimes we have to stand on our own faith while others is standing in disbelief. Sometimes you are in a position, sometimes God will put you in a position where he said, will you trust me when there's nobody around? Will you still trust me when it don't make sense? Will you trust me when it's not adding up? Will you trust me when people are questioning? Will you trust me when people are judging? Will you just trust me? We have to get to the place where we make a decision to just trust him. Even if we're standing alone, to just trust me. Even if it don't make sense, just trust him. So this next part is talking about when the disciples, when God told the disciples to have the people to sit down. They looking at what they have, but they trust in the multiplier. So sit down and be ready to be misunderstood. Sit down and be ready uh, to stick out like a sore thumb. Sit down and be ready to be judged, but do it in faith and confidence that the God that you serve is going to come through. When it's all said and done, it will make sense. It will open the eyes of the naysayers, all those that didn't believe, all those that spoke against it, all those that judged it. He's going to shut the mouths. He's going to show that he's God. And beside him, there is no other. So that's all I had. I pray that this word of encouragement, it encouraged someone to just hang on in there. Whatever season God has you in, whether it's in your overflow, whether it's in your lack season, whether it's in your whether you're in a season of going through health, uh, in your health. Maybe God is trying to show someone that he's a healer. Maybe he's trying to show you that he's a healer. If you're going through and you're constantly having financial situation, maybe God is trying to show you that he's a provider. And maybe he's trying to show you that on a total different level. We got to be willing to just stay connected, and know that when you're on an assignment, and if God is telling you to be still and see the salvation, that's what you do. No matter what people are saying, no matter if people are saying go here and go there and try this and try that, what did God tell you to do? What did God reveal to you? What vision did God show you? If he told you to stand, stand. Stand and know that he is God. Stand and know that he's a man that he shall not lie. He don't even have to repent. That's how much confidence he have in himself. Do we have that much confidence in him? That all he has to do is speak it. And watch him perform it. We have to be in a place where we are determined to just stand and know what God is saying in this hour. Stand and know what God is doing in this hour. If God has told you to stand in a situation, I've been in situations that were uncomfortable. I've been in situations and I had to pray and I'm like, God, I don't like the situation that I'm in. I don't like how people is treating me. I don't like how they're making me feel. I don't like the things that they're saying about me. He says, stand anyway. Because you know what? It's not about us. It's about what he's trying to do through us. His ways is perfect. His direction for our lives is perfect. And it's not about us. So oftentimes we make what we're going through, our struggles, our pain, our hurt, we make it about us. But not once what Jesus was going through did he make it about him. He could have stopped the process, but he thought about me. He thought about you, and he knew he had to go through. So when we're going through, be like Jesus. Think about somebody else. Think about somebody that you may come across that may be in the same position that God delivered you from, but you're able to help them go through what they're going through. No, it doesn't feel good. I'm not here to tell nobody that it feels good. When you're chosen for certain glories, it don't feel good, but it always works out for your good. I've had to endure some tough things. And I had to be in places where I knew that I wasn't wanted. I was in relationships where I really knew that I wasn't loved, that I wasn't appreciated. But God said, stay in it anyway. God said, stand anyway. And I had to endure. And now I know what it is. I know how to handle certain situations. But I had to go through it myself. I had to endure it myself. So God wanted me to encourage. I don't know who it's for, but God wanted me to encourage you that if you're going through whatever you're going through, whatever He is allowing, it's to and for His glory, and it's for His purpose. All we have to do is just be willing to be obedient and do what He's called us to do in this hour. And let's not make it about us, because it's all about Him. He's been faithful. He's carried me through some tough things, but I wouldn't change anything. For the knowledge that I've gained, I wouldn't change a thing. The things that He removed and stripped, I wouldn't change a thing. That don't mean I don't miss things and I don't miss people. But where I'm at in my life, everything would just be off. It wouldn't be flowing like it is if those things, those people still existed in my life. So God knew exactly what He was doing. And He moved at the time when He knew He needed to move. I didn't know. Sometimes we don't have the backbone. We don't have the strength to remove ourselves from toxic situations and circumstances. Sometimes we don't know how. And oftentimes, not oftentimes, been a couple of times where He had to remove me because I wasn't able to move myself. You may not be able to move yourself. But one thing I know about my Father, He's faithful. And in due time, if we faint not, if we don't give up, if we don't throw in the towel, He's going to show up and He's going to do what needs to be done. So with that being said, stay the course, stay in class, stay on track. Don't go ahead of God, but don't move, but also move when He tells you to move. If He tells you to move, go. But if He tells you to stand, stand. If He tells you to go through, go through. But once you make it on the other side of that thing, you'll look back and you'll say, God, now I understand it. Now it all makes sense. That number 7 is no longer an odd number. So we just got to be willing to allow God to use our life in whatever capacity that He chooses to use it in. So with that being said, I pray that everyone have an amazing day. Speak life, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're facing. Speak life and know that God is concerned about you. Don't allow the enemy to tell you anything different. God is concerned about you. And so I just pray that everyone so far is having an amazing day. If not, like I always say, hit that reset button and start all over again. Just know that whatever's off in your life, God is going to make up the difference. Until next time, everyone be blessed. I hope I did this right. I seen a couple of comments. I think I seen Sister Corrine. I don't know how to bring it back up. And I don't want to mess with anything. So let me see. What is this? Okay, no, that ain't it. So I'm going to leave that alone. I may have to, I guess, maybe look at the questions if I can after the live. I'm still learning how to do this thing. Oh, there's Lindsay. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for stopping by. It's been a minute. You need to hit my line, hit my email. Let me know how things been going with you. But with that being said, I think I seen Sister Corrine. Thank you, sis. I forgot to send you a text, let you know I was going to go live. And before I remembered, I was already on live. So, but I'm glad you hopped on. Yes, I miss you too, Lindsay. Girl, what is up? You got to let a sis know what's been going on with you. I've been seeing your different posts and everything on Facebook, so it seemed like life is treating you well, and I pray everything is good with with your husband and with your daughter and everything. So what's been going on? We don't have to get into anything on here. You got my email. You know how to reach me. Nothing has changed there. Yes, email me, girl. Ain't nothing changed. I'm still the same old, same old. I'm just coming forth. I'm no longer the tail, I'm the head. I'm no longer beneath but above. God is bringing me to the forefront. He said, no more hiding. No more hiding. God is good. God has been good. I pray your day is going well. That's it. All glory goes to God. Honey, with everything going on, I'm telling you, if you're still in your right mind, all glory goes to God. If God is still providing, all glory goes to God. He's still making a way, all glory goes to God. You listen to this news and sometimes it's depressing. It's like, Lord, how they saying this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Lord, they saying we need to do this and we need to do that and we need to start storing up this and we need to start storing up that. And I'm like, Lord, what about some of us that's, paycheck to paycheck? Sometimes not even paycheck to paycheck. Lord, how are we supposed to store up something that we don't have? He said, I'm your provider. I'll make a way. There seems no way. You don't feel like you have it, I got it. You don't know where to get it, I tell you where to go get it. So he's giving me peace over that. He's giving me peace. Some people are in position to prepare, and unfortunately, a lot of us are not. But he's going to make a way. He's going to make a way. So I'm grateful on this morning. I just wanted to come on and release that word of encouragement. I did a live on Facebook with it, but oftentimes I have my son to share it to YouTube, and I thought, wait a minute, I can go live. Sometimes I don't be wanting to do a separate live, but I'm not doing anything else today. I'm off, so I thought, why not hop on and engage? So here I am, but not going to be on here long. Like I said, I just wanted to hop on, just give someone a word of encouragement that whatever your assignment is, whatever God's got you doing, just be obedient and do, what he's calling you to do in this hour. Everybody's not going to understand. Everybody's not going to agree. Everybody's not going to be on board, but that's okay. That's okay. Everybody wasn't on board with Jesus, but he didn't abort his assignment. He didn't set his assignment aside. He didn't push it aside. He didn't overlook it. He kept moving forward. Even when those that tried to stop him, he said, get thee behind me, Satan. Sometimes you just got to know when Satan's trying to stop you. And you have to be intentional. You just have to keep moving forward. So if no one else have anything else to say, it's been 23, 24 minutes. I didn't mean to be on here this long, but God is good. But if nobody have anything else to say, I've delivered what God wanted me to deliver, and that's just a word of encouragement, just to speak life, just to give someone hope, and just to let someone know to hold on. Hold on. God is about to reveal what he's been doing in your life. So, but you just have to stay the course. You just have to hang in there. We can't be impatient with him when he's been so patient with us. Sometimes we get impatient. Well, I want it now. This is my money and I want it now. This is my career and I want it now. This is my job and I want it now. This is my home or car and I want it now. And God is saying, not now. Not now. Just wait. So we got to learn to just wait. So if no one else have anything else, I feel like I'm just rambling on and I don't want it to be too long in case of somebody come on, but it's all about speaking life. It's all about speaking life, and it's all about encouraging someone to just hang on, to just hang it, hold on and hang on in there. God is getting ready to come through. God is getting ready to show why you went through what you went through, why you had to let go of certain things and certain people. He's a great revealer. He's the great revealer. So just stay the course. Stay the course. But I'm gonna hop off. Everyone have an amazing day and speak life. No matter what it looks like, speak life. Be blessed.